good. How are you doing, April?
Good. I'm so glad to have you in the summit. I think people are going to learn so much from you. And I have to say, I told this to Heather McConaughey because I interviewed her last week. But I don't follow a lot of fitness people, and you and Heather are like the two that I follow, and I like love watching you guys grow and like teach and everything. So I just want to say
Love it.
kudos to you because you're like crushing it.
Love it. Thank you. That's awesome.
Yeah, girl. So AnnMarie is the founder of Inner Alpha Fitness, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So why don't you just kind of tell us, where you're from, basic stuff, who you are, what you're into, and then we can get into like how you started your business and all that good stuff.
Cool. Sounds good. So I'm AnnMarie Lawrence. I just got married. Used to be AnnMarie Colburn. So we're still trying to make that shift there.
Yeah.
But I'm from Southern Maryland, a super, super small town called La Plata in Southern Maryland. I was born and raised there. I just moved to Northern Virginia about 4 years ago with my then fiance, but now husband. So we are about to move back to Southern Maryland, the small town that we grew up in.
Really? Oh my God.
Yeah, because after I started my business, it kind of lit his fire to start his own business. So now he does house flipping and stuff like that in Southern Maryland. So we're going to move back to Southern Maryland. But yeah, super, super proud of him. He's doing an amazing job. But yeah, so I own Inner Alpha Fitness. I am the owner and founder. I currently have 5 coaches beneath me, so I have a ton of help. I'm really big into making sure that our girls have top priority in everything that we're doing. And as everybody knows, I'm human, just like just like you guys are, because I feel like coaches have like such this like MO of, oh, I'm perfect and I can do everything and blah, 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 but we can't, and we're still human too. So I always just want to make sure if I can't get to people that my girls are fully taken care of. I started my business about 2.5 years ago, and absolutely fell in love with it. And I would not do anything else with my life. I was an in-person personal trainer for a while, like about 3 years. And I just felt such a disconnect in that position. And when I first started, I was super excited because it's what I've always wanted to do, own a gym, that's like the best thing that I'm good at. Like I wasn't good at school. I'm super dyslexic. I can't really read really well. Like school's not my thing, but fitness, like I can kick a ball, I can hit a ball, I can wrestle guys. Like I'm good with fitness. So I was an in-person personal trainer for a while, got all my certs, my nutrition cert, my personal training cert, and I felt like this weird disconnect for the longest time because I felt like people would come in and they'd work with me for like 30 minutes to an hour and then they leave. And they might work with me like 1 or 2 days a week and that's it. And I'm like, but you're not seeing the results that you could potentially be seeing if I was holding you accountable throughout the week, if I was holding you accountable with your nutrition, if we were working on your mindset, your stress management, because we all know that if your freaking cortisol levels are through the roof, like you're not going to be able to see that efficient fat loss that you want. And so I was just really frustrated, and especially the way that management was kind of pushing me to pretty much be a salesperson. I was more of a salesperson than I was an actual personal trainer. And I was kind of getting frustrated with it. And so then I ended up hiring a coach to help me because we all need help. We can't do everything on our own. As much as we all want to be self-made, it's not a thing.
Yeah. Amen.
Everyone who says they're self-made is full of it. That's not a thing, guys. We all need help. That's why there's more people on this earth for stuff to help us. So hired a coach, best decision I ever made my entire life. I've had thousands and thousands of coaches after that. And I keep getting support so that I can not only learn more with my own health and fitness and in the industry, but also learn more, like with my business and how I can most efficiently teach and help my clients see their success. So yeah, so that was absolutely amazing, and that started my business and my journey. And then yeah, it kind of just skyrocketed because finally, after feeling so stuck in that weird rut for like 3 years of in-person personal training, finally my clients were seeing efficient results quickly, time efficiently, and also getting supported on other things that you and I both know are super essential, like the mindset, you know, your self-love, your self-confidence, making those shifts, your relationship with food, which a lot of people don't go over. They just say, hey, here's chicken and broccoli and call it a day. Good luck, have fun, so teaching people to, movement is super important, mindfulness is super important, and then we work on the meals and the workouts from there. So my biggest thing and what I really focus on with my girls is kind of working from the inside out, which a lot of coaches don't do, which is really sad in the industry right now, because I see a lot of people that think very negatively about the online industry, online coaching as a whole, whether it's fitness coaching or something else, because they're so pressed on, oh my gosh, you can't eat sugar, or you can't eat carbs, or you can't eat this, you can't have that. You have to go to the gym for 2 hours a day and do all this cardio and do this, but they don't actually focus in on like how you actually feel as a person.
Yeah.
And if you're going to the gym and you're doing all this stuff and you still feel like crap, then something's gotta like give. Like, that's not realistic. That's why you see so many people yo-yo dieting, and they do these awesome fad diets that they think are like, oh, keto, it's great, it's awesome, it helped me lose 40 pounds, blah blah blah. But what about when you go to a kid's birthday party and you want to have cake? Or what if you want to go out with girls and have margaritas or tacos or whatever? We still have to be able to live our life, and also bring fitness as a part of our life, not make fitness our entire life. So I think it's just about teaching my girls a healthy balance, and really kind of working from the inside out of what's going on internally with your emotions, how you feel about yourself. Have you gone through any trauma? Are you in a bad environment right now? What's going on that has been maybe taught in the past to you that's a pattern you're repeating? And how can we go about fixing that so that now you can actually move forward and stop repeating those old patterns and create a long-term lifestyle moving forward? So I know that was a lot, but I love to talk about myself.
Yeah, no, it's great. I think that's amazing that I love that you point out that you work from the inside out, because like, I totally agree with you 100%. People think like they just need a meal plan, or they just need accountability when it comes to going to the gym or whatever. But like, so it's so much more than that, girl. You got a lot more issues than you think.
Yeah, 100%. And I love that, because I always tell my girls my story and like, my trauma and everything, so that they understand that I'm human too. I tell my girls all the time, I'm human too, just kind of like give everyone a backstory that's watching this, to fully understand, so that they can also kind of connect to me on the same level of, I deal with a lot of women who have gone through sexual abuse, who have gone through a lot of emotional abuse with their parents, who have abandonment issues and stuff like that, to where their whole entire life revolves around their trauma and their abuse in their life. And I lived like that for a long time. When I was in high school, when I was 16 years old, I was raped at a party. I got way too drunk. 3 guys decided, oh, it's super fun, let's do this. And I woke up on a couch at a random person's house, completely butt naked. People were walking in and out of the house, walking past me, and I had a bathroom mat thrown on top of me. And I woke up in the morning, and my first mentality was, I got to get the fuck out of here. I was like, I got to get out of here. Like, I wasn't even upset. I wasn't even sad, nothing. I was like, I got to get out of here. And from that moment on, my mentality was, don't let anyone in. Nobody is allowed to be friends with me. No one's allowed to emotionally connect with me. Nobody's allowed to get close enough to figure out my weaknesses, because no one will ever take advantage of me like that again. And I closed a lot of people out. I didn't make relationships. I didn't connect with people well. I was really mean and rude to people, because when you're mean and rude to them, no one wants to be around you, so they can't get close enough to actually know who you are. And I see a lot of that come out in a lot of people when it comes to bullying and, you know, making fun of people online for no reason, having really bad like jealousy and envy towards people. And I did that for a really long time, and I lived my life like that for a really long time, and I took it out on myself. I binge ate for 4 years of my life before, thank God, I figured it out and I seeked help, because I also had the mentality I can do everything on my own, right? And I was like, oh, I can figure this out on my own. I don't need anyone's help. Nobody needs to know that I'm messed up, right? All of us want to heal, but nobody wants to actually go through the healing process for some reason. I don't know why we do that. So I finally got help, and it was the most amazing thing that has ever happened to me in my entire life. And I just know how it feels to be really, really down and out and feel really bad about yourself and shut people out and just feel like you're alone in this world of like crazy mayhem and Instagram models and influencers, and you just play the comparison game all day long and you think you're not worth anything. You know, not being worthy was my biggest struggle for the absolute longest time after my trauma happened. And I let my trauma define me until I worked on my mindset. I worked on my mentality. I worked from the inside out. And that is the biggest reason why I do this, is because, I mean, I've been there. I know how it feels, and it doesn't feel friggin' good. Yeah. And, you know, I always tell people we don't go through things because God's like, hey, I feel like being mean to you today, so here it is. You know, we go through things so that we can take them and go, wow, that was really, really tough, but how can I learn from that? And how can I teach other people who've gone through that how to cope with it and how to move forward with it? So that's like my biggest thing, my biggest mission behind all of this is really to show women their worth, show women that even though this has happened to you, it doesn't define who you are. It's just a part of your journey. And it's a really cool part of your story and who you are, because if that stuff didn't happen to me, I wouldn't be as strong as I am today. I wouldn't be owning my own business. I wouldn't be helping thousands and hundreds of women every single day, you know, cope with their life and their trauma and everything, you know. So I'm super, super grateful for it. And that's kind of my backstory too, to dig a little bit deeper. So I love it.
Maria, I knew what had happened to you, but I never actually heard like any details around it. So yeah. That's like so crazy. And you really got me like right here when you said, you know, God doesn't do these things or put these things in your life just to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, I've had crazy things happen in my life, and my first reaction was to be angry and hate God. And like, that was something I had to move through. And now it's like, I see those events they're now my gifts to give to the world. So like, 100%. So powerful. I love that you said that. So then for the ladies who are watching, a lot of these women are women who are, one, disconnected with their health. Like they don't know how to prioritize their health. They haven't really made the leap or the commitment into taking care of themselves. Yeah. And two, they are not pursuing their passions in life, which is another reason why they're waking up discontent, disconnected, and like without purpose. So 2 questions for you. One would be, what would be like your one piece of advice for a lady to start making her health a priority? And then also, what would be your one piece of advice for her to actually start like pursuing her passion, even if it's like knitting or something, like, you know, like, I don't know, like compared to what you're doing, I don't want people to be like, well, I'm not going to be like sharing my story like that and like changing lives that crazily, you know? So like whatever definitely. The passion is, right? Like it's important to pursue that because that's what fills you up. Yeah. So what would your advice be to those ladies?
So I'll start with the fitness and then I'll kind of go into the passion. Because for me, you know, fitness is my passion, but I do want to separate the two, kind of like you said, because not everybody's going to take their life and go, I'm dropping everything and this is what I'm going to do, you know? Yeah. And who knows, maybe somebody on here will, and maybe somebody on here will hire a coach and move forward with that and then go, holy crap, this is my passion. This is what I want to do. I see the impact it makes. But Who knows? Maybe not. But it's really cool that you say that, because I have like two separate programs kind of that I do and that I offer. And the first half of it, first 4 months, is all fitness. And then the next 12 months after that is really connecting with who you are and your passion and your purpose and what you kind of want to create with your life.
Awesome.
Because if you don't really know that, it's so hard to wake up every day and be like, yeah, let's do it, when you don't have anything to, yeah, let's do it too, you know? So, definitely. So when it comes to the fitness end of it, I think the biggest thing, I mean, starting is tough, but continuing after you start is even tougher. So I think the biggest thing is really figuring out your why. And that is behind anything that you want to do and continue to do in your life, is why do you actually want to do this? And a lot of people say, oh, well, I want to do this because I want to lose weight. Okay, but why do you want to lose weight? Like, I want you to dig even deeper than that. Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to show up for your kids? Why do you want to feel sexy for your husband? Why do you want to be able to actually have enough energy to play with your kids and have enough energy to go throughout the day and feel confident and sexy in your skin? Why do you want those things? You know, because a lot of people are like, oh, I want weight loss, and that's it. And they call it a day. But in reality, you don't actually want the weight loss. You want the things that come along with the weight loss. So if you sit down and you literally journal, and I always show people because they think I'm freaking nuts, but I have a journal like everywhere in my life. I have journals everywhere, because if I have something that pops in my head, yeah, exactly. But all of them, they're full. I'm like, if I have something that pops in my head, I need to write that down. I need to make sure that every single day I'm always rediscovering my why. You know, why am I doing this? If I'm ever getting down on myself about anything, I'll sit down, I'll stop what I'm doing completely, take a deep breath, I'll do box breathing. If you guys don't know what box breathing is, then feel free to check out my page, because I box breathe randomly live all the time. It's fine.
I haven't seen that yet, so I'll have to definitely check that out.
I love box breathing. I'll probably do it after this call, because when I talk a lot, I don't breathe. But I'll sit down and I'll breathe and I'll write down my why and I'll reconfigure it and I'll go, okay, I just need to get up and I need to do what I need to do, right? Because at the end of the day, it's always that time when you're like, oh, I just don't feel like it. I could do it tomorrow, whatever. But when those things happen, you stop and you identify when they're happening and you sit down and you rediscover, okay, why am I actually doing this? And you use 5-second rule. I don't know if you guys know about that either, but 5-second rule, Mel Robbins, if you haven't listened to Audible, do it now. It will change your life. And you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get up and move. And it's so much easier to continue on and keep going the process. I mean, sometimes I'm doing cardio and I'm like, 5 more minutes. I can't do it. And then I'm like, oh, come on, I know why I'm doing this. Just keep going, girl.
Yeah, constantly talking yourself through it.
Yeah, the 100%.
Yeah.
So I think with fitness, the biggest thing is discovering your why. When it comes to your passion and your purpose, if you don't know what your passion, your purpose is yet, don't feel like you don't have one just because you haven't discovered it yet. My biggest suggestion, if you don't have a passion or you don't have like an initial quote unquote purpose yet in your brain, is to sit down and really write down things that you like to do, and then write down things you're really, really good at. And then find things locally. This sounds kind of weird, but find things like locally in your area that you can do and you can try. And then once you do those, something might spark. Like you said, knitting. Maybe you'll go to a knitting convention. Maybe you're really good at like art and puzzles and you go, ooh, let me try knitting. And you go to a knitting convention. You're like, oh my God, this is it. I'm amazing at it. Because I think the biggest issue with passion and purpose is that people don't try enough things because everyone's so scared to fail. And they're just like, oh, I'm not going to do that because what if I'm not good at it? What if people make fun of me? What if this? What if that? And they're so concerned about everybody else's opinion of what if I fail? What if I don't do good? What if I don't do this? That they don't even know like their opinion and their identity about themselves. So then they can't even push forward and try new things. Yeah. Because the cool thing is, what if you try something and you succeed? What if you're really freaking good at it? And then you're like, oh my God, this is it. But if you never try, then you'll never even know. So I definitely think with passion and purpose, trying different things, figuring out what you're good at and also what you really like to do and kind of meshing those two together, that's definitely the easiest way to figure it out. And then just keep rolling with it. Keep practicing it every single day. Don't give up if you fail once. Give up like never, when you die.
Yes, definitely when you die, don't give up any sooner. That's awesome. You know what I found too is like even with my experience in starting a business, which I've never done before, it's crazy how when you start one thing new, you discover all these other passions that you had that you would have never known about along the way. Like, and now I feel like my whole life is just like blossoming into this beautiful, amazing experience because it's like I have so many new things that I'm excited to do and wake up for, and it's just like an evolving amazing thing, you know?
Yeah, 100%. I definitely agree with you. And I've never started a business either. I've never run a business. I didn't even go to college. Like, guys, I'm dyslexic. I can't read. I failed like every single class I ever took. Like, if I can start a business and run a business, you can pretty much do anything.
Yeah. Right? I got fired from my last job right before I started my business. So
I was just talking to my husband about this. I have gotten fired from every single job I've ever had in my entire life. Always. Wow. And it was always for making managerial calls when I wasn't supposed to. Like, go home. Just go home.
That's so like, you.
Like, AnnMarie, you're a bartender. You cannot tell our employees to go home. I'm like, I don't care. You can go home with him.
That is so AnnMarie. I love it.
So that'll get you fired for everyone watching who's curious.
Yeah. If you're looking for a way out. Awesome. All right, girl. Well, I mean, I don't want to keep you too long, but that was amazing. So thank you for sharing and like, you know, really going deep. I feel like your story is obviously going to resonate with so many people.
Yeah.
Super inspiring. So I just really am thankful that you were willing to go there. So where can people get to know you better? Where can they find you if they want to check out more of your stuff?
Cool. So I have a couple things for you guys. If you like podcasts, I have a podcast. It's called Wake TF Up. If you don't know what that stands for, wake the fuck up. And that's like my motto. It's like my motto. I love it. And so you can check me out on my podcast, Wake TF Up. My Facebook, AnnMarie Lawrence. You can check me out on Instagram, AnnMarie Lawrence _, because apparently there's another AnnMarie Lawrence somewhere in this world. And then, we also have a supplement line. So inneralphashop.com. If you want to check out any of our supplements and gear, we just launched that like 2 months ago, and it's freaking awesome and crazy and amazing, and I love it. And then, we're also running a free challenge right now. So if anybody is interested in our free challenge, feel free to DM me. And I'll give you a little free taste of what it's like to work with me.
Sweet. I love that. Yes. I feel like people are always looking for challenges.
Oh yeah. Yeah. For sure. It's always a good taste until I'm like, all right, get ready for more. And they're like, oh my gosh, there's more.
Yeah. I love it. Cool, man. All right. Well, I really, again, thank you for joining, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, girl.
Awesome. You too. You enjoy the rest of your day. I'm so happy that I got to hop on here, and I hope that everyone gets a ton of value from this. So.
Yes, definitely. All right.
Bye, girl.
Bye.